In just 23 days, the Ole Miss basketball season tips off with a home meeting against Western Michigan. On Wednesday, the Rebels took center stage at SEC Tip-Off Media Day. Seniors Terrence Davis and Bruce Stevens rode along with Kermit Davis to field questions from the media in Birmingham. Kermit has tremendous coaching experience from his days at Idaho, more recently Middle Tennessee. He's been successful at both stops, but how he'll approach this next step from the mid-major level to the SEC was one question he had little trouble answering.
You know, I just think that not to be sped up, you know, is the biggest thing that I would tell myself every day as you take the Ole Miss job. You know, it's just, you know, you just got to kind of live in the moment. You start trying to think about what may happen in 4, 5, 6 months. So it's just a day-to-day process. And, you know, so it's things that experience matters. No question, whether you're a head coach in the SEC or a player trying to find his way in the SEC. So I think the biggest thing is just got to slow the process down, take it day to day, and really build it that way. And if we do that, then we're going to win games.
After being named one of 30 candidates for the 2018 Senior Class Award last month, Cece Kizer has now been named one of the 10 finalists for the award. That award is given to an eligible student athlete that best encourages other students to use their platform in athletics to make a positive impact as leaders in their communities. Kizer, the lone SEC rep, ranks second in the nation amongst active scorers with 47 goals. A fan vote will help to select a winner. You can vote for Cece through November the 18th using that website that you see on your screen, seniorclassaward.com. After an off-season shakeup of the Western Conference that welcomed LeBron James to the Lakers, one team many believed might be the odd team out that made the postseason a season ago was the New Orleans Pelicans, but after what we saw on Wednesday night, some of the pundits might want to rethink that notion. The Pellies put on an offensive performance that would leave most in awe. New Orleans jumped out to a double-digit halftime lead, and the final outcome was never in question as 4 players scored over 25 points, and Elfrid Payton debuted with a 10-point, 10-rebound, 10-assist triple-double in the 131-112 beatdown of the Rockets. The Pels shot 53% from the field. They got 32 points, 16 boards, and 8 assists from Anthony Davis to go along with another 30 from Nikola Mirotic. And that goes without mentioning Julius Randle's 25 and an all-around impressive season opener.
I don't even care about the offensive end. On the defensive end, it was really good for us. So we struggled with that all preseason, and you know, today we turned it on, and we just got to continue to build off of that.
I said myself, like, just keep shooting. You know, if it's good shot, if it's good selection shot, just keep shooting without hesitating, and that's what I did. You know, I was just mad about that last one. You know, on that corner, I pump fake, I did one step on the side and I shoot it. Didn't go in, but you know, 6 for 8. I mean, I can't complain.
New Orleans returns home Friday to host Sacramento. The NFL owners wrapped up their fall meetings in New York this week, where they talked about a range of topics facing the league at this moment. One of the biggest, the high number of roughing the passer calls, something Commissioner Roger Goodell addressed after those meetings.
I think there was a very strong view of the competition committee as well as all of us, and I believe the ownership feels, listen, they always want consistency in officiating. But you're going to have calls that are not going to always be clear. You're going to have multiple angles and slow motion, and those are things that get debated. But I think the focus of trying to protect defensive players, and that includes quarterbacks, that are in exposed positions, has something that is very important, and there's a strong commitment to do that.
What I say to that is the NFL is bound to mess something up. They fix the catch rule, and then they go to this.
Well, the weird thing is you say defenseless quarterbacks. They're watching the pass rush come at them. That's not defenseless. Defenseless is behind where you can't see.
It's a mess, right?
It's a mess.
Mm-hmm.